So this video was supposed to be a player profile of Felicia Schroeder, and I was almost done with it, but Manchester City had other plans for me. So I'm sorry if this video is a little rushed. On Wednesday, Man City officially won the Women's Super League after Arsenal drew to Brighton and Hove Albion. And yeah, we saw this coming for most of the season, but this is City's first time lifting the WSL trophy since 2016. And I wish this was a video about how monumental this was for the club, being the ones to knock off Chelsea's streak. But no. On Thursday, the day after they won, Tom Garry reported that Bunny Shaw is set, or at the very least most likely, to leave Manchester City after her contract expires this summer. Why, you ask? Well, for a few weeks it has been reported that Chelsea have been offering her a more lucrative contract that City was willing to offer, and at first I brushed this off, assuming that City would pony up and, pay the best striker in the world.
I think that depends on what you're...
No. That wasn't a question.
But no, one of the richest clubs in the world, a literal oil club, is going to let the woman who won them the Women's Super League, one of the best players in the world at only 29, leave on a free transfer because they don't want to pay her a month of Phil Foden's wage. Honestly, I don't know what it is with Manchester clubs and strikers recently, because this news comes on the heels of reports that Manchester United could look to sell Elizabeth Turland this summer. Yes, you heard that right. United are thinking of selling their best performing striker so they can move forward with an older Leah Schuttler who only has 1 goal and 0 assists in her 10 games in the Women's Super League so far. Incompetence. Now, before we go further, there is a chance this report could have been leaked by Bunny Shaw's team as leverage. After the report came out, Shaw posted this on Instagram stories, which is not really something you would post if you are leaving a club. However, this could just be an attempt to slow down speculation as City play Chelsea in the FA Cup this weekend. In quote, Shaw is understood to have wanted to avoid speculation affecting City's pursuit of trophies. We have also seen player agents put out reports that clubs are interested in their players when those players are in contract extension talks, like Aitana Bonmati with Barcelona last year, in order to put pressure on their club to re-sign them. But of course, Garry is a respected reporter, so let's get into the details. Sources have indicated that City were not able to match terms offered by rival teams. Chelsea are reportedly ready to pay Shaw £1 million a year, will be the favorites to sign the 29-year-old who is understood to have attracted interest from many of the world's largest clubs, including Barcelona and several NWSL teams. The cash-rich WSL club, London City Lionnesses, are also keen. Shaw was close to agreeing to a new deal in March, and is understood to have told City she wanted to stay, but negotiations on the finer details hit a number of stumbling blocks, including the proposed length of the extension, and the WSL leaders are preparing for life without their star player. If this is true, what a generational fumble by City. Bunny is a player you give a blank check to, especially in this thin striker market right now. Like, they could go after Turland, or even Felicia Schroeder, which I will talk about in my next video, but they are not the Bunny Shaw. Andre Jeglerts has done such a good job with the City project, and this would just torpedo it. Shaw is involved with nearly half of City's goals in the Women's Super League this season, but they might lose all of that contribution and give it right to league rivals Chelsea. It has been heavily reported that the perennial WSL title winners seem to be the favorites for Shaw, as they have been pushing for her. Chelsea have not extended Sam Kerr, and will look for replacement, seeing as it's likely Real Madrid will buy Mayra Ramirez. Another reason to believe this is that Shaw follows Chelsea women's minority owner, Alexis Ohanian on Instagram, Serena Williams' husband, and the founder of Reddit. So yeah, it may be over. London City Lionesses are also reportedly pushing for Shaw, and I'm sorry, it's embarrassing for City that they won't outpay sugar mommy Michelle Kang. And look, I have not been the biggest fan of Kang on this channel before, but the outcry I'm seeing online about her spending money to chase players like Mappy Leon and potentially Alexia Putellas is stupid. We want investment. We want these players to get paid. If she is the one that does it, other clubs just have to match it. Barcelona also have reported interest in Shaw, but it's hard to see a scenario where they pay her upwards of €1 million and not Putellas. Otherwise, yes, Barca have Payeur, but having two top strikers allows for a lot of tactical flexibility. Payeur also has had a lot of success playing alongside another striker. Her entire time in Wolfsburg, she played alongside Alexandra Popp. Although there's definitely interest, I doubt Shaw will move to the NWSL right now, as she hasn't had a real run in the Women's Champions League yet. I'd give it at least 3 more years, and there's reports that she does want to chase Champions League. Sorry, this was a brief video. I was just so taken back by this news, I had to get it off my chest. I know there's going to be talks about high-spending clubs like Chelsea and London City, but at the end of the day, this is Manchester City's failure, and their failure alone. And what a way to ruin something that should be achievement of winning the league again, but one of the richest clubs in the world can't pay her dues. So, do you believe the reports? Where do you think Shaw should go and will go? Thank you so much for watching. I'll get that Felicia Schroeder video up soon, hopefully. My posting hasn't been as consistent recently as I'm finishing my thesis, so to make sure you don't miss a post, definitely turn notifications on. And I will see you next video.